Good morning. I am Day. DAA are my initials. I continue to say that on each podcast because I want everyone to know that I am not calling myself DAY. I am DAA, and they're actually my initials. I am in recovery from loss, grief, trauma, and addiction. In my years of actively pursuing intentional wellness and recovery, I have used the tools in my toolbox that are precious as gold. And that is to wake up each morning and read daily affirmations, reflections, devotions, and meditations. Walk with me on the recovery journey of hope, renewal, resilience, and self reflection. And remember that you are not alone. And maybe listening to these reflections can be added to your toolbox. Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. February 27. A unique stability. Where does AA get its direction? These practical folk then read Tradition 2 and learned that the sole authority in AA is a loving God, as he may express himself in the group conscience. The elder statesman is the one who sees the wisdom of the group's decision, who holds no resentment over his reduced status, whose judgment, fortified by considerable experience, is sound, and who is willing to sit quietly on the sidelines, patiently awaiting developments. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 132 and 135. Into the fabric of recovery from alcoholism are woven the 12 steps and 12 traditions. As my recovery progressed, I realized that the new mantle was tailor-made for me. The elders of the group gently offered suggestions when change seemed impossible. Everyone's shared experiences became the substance for treasured friendships. I know that the fellowship is ready and equipped to aid each suffering alcoholic at all crossroads in life. In a world beset by many problems, I find this assurance a unique stability. I cherish the gift of sobriety. I offer God my gratitude for the strength I receive in a fellowship that truly exists for the good of all members. Fair use. Courage to change one day at a time in Al Anon. February 27. It is not necessary for me to map out a master plan for my recovery. My higher power has already done that. It is only necessary to humbly ask for God's guidance and for the willingness to follow that guidance today. I know that I am not alone. I will receive all the help I need along the way. After praying for recovery, I can let go, knowing I will walk serenely in the right direction. But I can make some choices that will help to speed up my progress. I can take good care of myself more consistently. I can attend Al Anon meetings, call my sponsor, try some new kind of service work. I can relax, meditate, exercise, read Al Anon literature, play, eat a healthy meal. I find that when I put forth the effort to do what I can each day, I gradually get stronger. Today's reminder: I can't control my recovery. I can't force myself to let go any faster, nor insist upon serenity, but I can take small actions to remind myself that I am a willing participant in this process. I have every reason to be hopeful, for each step I take is a step toward living life more fully. Today I will do something nice for myself that I haven't made time for until now. There is a quote, Henry David Thoreau. If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with success unexpected in common hours. The quote again by Henry David Thoreau. Fair use. Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, February 27. Pure motives. We examine our actions, reactions, and motives. We often find that we've been doing better than we've been feeling. Basic text, page 43. Imagine a daily meditation book with this kind of message. When you wake up in the morning before you rise from your bed, take a moment for reflection. Lie back, gather your thoughts, and consider your plans for the day. One by one, review the motives behind those plans. If your motives are not entirely pure, roll over and go back to sleep. Nonsense, isn't it? No matter how long we've been clean, almost all of us have mixed motives behind almost everything we do. However, that's no reason to put our lives on hold. We don't have to wait for our motives to become perfectly pure before we can start living our recovery. As the program works its way into our lives, we begin acting less frequently on our more questionable motives. We regularly examine ourselves and we talk with our sponsor about what we find. We pray for knowledge of our higher power's will for us, and we seek the power to act on the knowledge we're given. The result? We don't get perfect, but we do get better. We've begun working a spiritual program. We won't ever become spiritual giants, but if we look at ourselves realistically, we'll probably realize that we've been doing better than we've been feeling. Just for today, I will examine myself realistically. I will seek the power to act on my best motives and not to act on my worst. Fair use. Today, Emotions Anonymous, February 27. Reflection for today. When I am lost in meanness, thinking only of myself, what I am really doing is demanding the powers and privileges of a higher power. I expect all my plans to turn out just as I want them to. I demand that all my desires be satisfied, that I be perfect in all I do, that others do what I want them to do. In short, I demand that my will be done. Never am I more irrational, more grandiose, and more out of touch with my humaneness. Meditation for today. May I learn to embrace my own humaneness instead of futilely trying to transcend it. May I become an accepting person rather than a frustrated would-be God. May thy will be done instead of mine. Today I will remember, I deserve to be human, no more, no less. Fair use. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. February 27. Our truth. Denial is the glue that holds together a dysfunctional home. Family secrets, ignored feelings, and predictable chaos are part of a dysfunctional family system. BRB, page 22. As we celebrate our willingness in ACA to look at the difficult parts of our lives, we can find ourselves surrounded by those who deny our reality, perhaps in the same way they always have. It can be family members who say, "I don't remember it that way," or "It wasn't that bad. We're still alive, aren't we?" Or it can be people we thought were our friends who say, "Can't you just live in the now? Why do you even have to think about that stuff?" These messages can be powerful and can often temporarily convince us we're on the wrong path. But when we look inside, we know what we feel and we know the impact of our childhood. We know we've felt fragmented and crazy inside, trying to figure out what was wrong with us. We know that we want something better. The promises of ACA are what we want. The deniers in our life often can't give us anything but more pain. This is why we choose to separate from them and continue to make room for recovery. The affirmation reads, "On this day, I will listen to what's in my heart and know that I am on the right path. I will no longer listen to those who want me back in my old role that makes them more comfortable." DHB Recovery Network Daily. Affirmations, reflections, devotions, and meditations. Read by me, Day. Please subscribe, like, share, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be, one day at a time. And remember that you are not alone.